away from Darrell Wallace Jr. Laps click off pretty quick here, guys. About 15.5 seconds to go around this place.
And that's what we've seen all weekend long. Track record set in all 3 series and qualifying, Rick, and that speed's really carried over to the race.
And how about Jeremy Clemens? You see him in the back of the screen there running 3rd.
Yeah, well, Justin Allgaier, he's also doing a good job of following Kyle Busch through. You see right here in front of Ty Dillon, the 88 of Regan Smith, trying to make that bottom work underneath Brendan Poole, or excuse me, undercar to your right. Look at this. This is Kyle Busch. This is how you make time in traffic. If there's 2 below you, run all the way to the fence, carry the momentum off that 3rd.
Especially in the Xfinity Series, but this racetrack is allowing him to do that. It allows him to go 3 wide, 2 wide, still have speed on the bottom, still have speed in the middle or the top. That's what this racetrack is right now. It's multiple groove without one groove being just way.
We've seen so many options so early, and I think that's what's allowing Kyle Larson to lap cards. It's what's allowing Kyle Busch to run up to the 9th position. As you mentioned, Jeff.
Yeah, the 42 of Kyle Larson, race leader. And riding along with Kyle Busch. He's up to 7th already.
You see the difference. He was able to get through just a few more cars and give himself some separation from Kyle Larson, where as opposed to Allgaier, who also had
Ty Dillon, and the 42 was able to get by the 7 of Justin Allgaier.
And then quickly cleared the 62 of Brendan Gaughan, made short work to him. Now he's looking at the 88, which is the next car in front of him.
All the way up to 4th. Remember, he started in the back at the start of this race, worked his way up, had a bad pit stop. Now he's got to overcome that, but now he can see the leader. Couldn't think about seeing a leader where he started the race. Now he's on the same straight as they are.
The spot away yet, though.
That's what's so difficult. Now that you have a fast car and Kyle Busch behind you, if you're Eric Jones, you're afraid to make that move on the bottom. Because if you make that move to the bottom and it doesn't work, Kyle Busch is going to jump on the outside of you and take a late race. Where if you get out of the draft and the cars go around you, that's the mentality Eric Jones has to have. But you can't ride around a second, not try to pass the leader. So you have to time it right.
NASCAR Drive is NASCAR.com's live race day companion. You can select your in-car video or camera angle, access integrated driver stats, lap-by-lap commentary, and social conversation all in real time. You won't miss a lap when you visit NASCAR.com/drive on your personal computer now. Welcome back to the Food City.
The back was a little loose, but the front's tight. Is that the gist? It's not very balanced was his finishing quote.
Away from Kyle Busch. It was Larson and Kyle Busch. Now Jones back on the hunt, trying to get by the 42 of Larson.
And this shot right here out of the front of Kyle Busch. You see how hard these drivers are working. The 20 of Eric Jones. It's not just easy up around the top. That car looks like it's a little free, chasing the back of it a little bit.
Marty.
And guys, remember we talked about Ryan Sieg before the race. They've had problems.
Pressure on Larson.
And will that bottom line work as we ride along with Kyle Busch again running 3rd? He's trying the bottom, trying to make it work. Now the middle as Larson and Jones run that high line.
And he pitted about 40 laps later than the leaders did, so he's done for the night. Probably the leaders are too, don't you think, Steve? They probably don't need any more fuel, but as this race runs on, if Elliott Sadler can...
Such a great job of making him work for every position, every car he laps. He has to pick the right decision as we have a caution on the racetrack.
Caution has come out. The 6 of Darrell Wallace Jr. got into the wall once again, we believe. 2x2 once again as we get ready for the restart.
We're getting ready to see that 42 lined up on the outside of row 2. I think that's the perfect position. If you can't be on the front row, as good as that 42 has been around the top, try to get a good jump, clear the 3 of Ty Dillon, and then have only the 22 in front of him to work with.
But you have to try that low line. And Kyle Larson kept Kyle Busch stuck on the bottom of the racetrack. He did not want to give him any room so that he could make it 3 wide. He just
off turn 4 like that, he leaves about 3 or 4 feet open. The 18 of Kyle Busch will want to put his nose in there and force the 42 to run the bottom.
Only 35 to go. These guys know they've got to go. 35 laps here happens quickly.
And again, all the lap traffic coming into play.
So I was just thinking, Rick, you said 35 to go, Jeff, and I instantly looked up in front of the leaders. There's so many cars coming.
And Brad is holding these 2 guys up, but Brad has every right to try to win this race, even though his car is not as quick. Can't be in the middle. You have to be on the top or you have to be on the bottom.
Back out front, Brad Keselowski. Maybe one more run at it. does Kyle Busch have? All the way up to the back bumper.